Alright guys, here we are back, Weston and I. We're going to do a little Tacklewarehouse unboxing, see what we got for the upcoming year. Just a couple little things. Weston, you want to get us started?
Yeah.
Grab something out of that box.
Out.
This one out? Alright, let's get this one done. Alright, what we got here is the Bassmafia bait coffin. This retails on Tacklewarehouse right around $30. And for me, I decided to go with this just to keep my plastics a little more organized. And with this, you can see videos of this thing getting ran over by a truck, and it does not fail. So this is a heavy-duty accessory box, and look at the amount of storage in that. Normally you don't have that many dividers, so you can really split things up. That's what I really like about this box so far. And also I've seen videos on it. What some people do is they take like toolbox liner or cabinet drawer liner, just that little rubbery type mat, and they'll glue it up here in this top edge. And that way when you close this box, it seals down really tight on here. So any small swivels, small hooks, something that may come up over these little dividers, it'll actually stay there because that little bit of plastic or whatever you glue up here on top actually seals right tight against these little clips. So I'm looking forward to getting my tackle moved into this and going from there and see how that baby works. Also to go with this, and for any of your storage tackle boxes, what do we got? This, huh? We've got the Flambeau, the Stop Rust mini plastic tabs. I've never used the tabs like this. I've just had the Flambeau type boxes with it already built in. Is that silly?
Yeah.
Yeah. But big thing with these is just cut them up, place them inside your box in different locations. It says it'll cover, each tab will cover about a 4-inch radius on them. All it is it releases a invisible gas or whatever you want in here inside your box, and it stops moisture from rusting out your hooks. So I've seen different people using these, and they have very good reviews. And this right here, this package is right around $6. It's well worth it to keep your hooks that you spend plenty of money on. Keeps them rust free, keeps you fishing. So those kind of go together. My little rust tabs and my Bassmafia casket. Alright, what do we got next? Oh man, it's Whopper Plopper time. I have yet to own one of these, and finally decided it was time to give them a try. Heading down to Florida, we're going to see what it does. We'll pull it out of the package here. This is the, they've got 3 different sizes on these. This is the middle size, the 130. They have a 90, and then I believe the other size is a 190, which is like 7.5 inches long. That's a beast of a bait. This one's like 5.5 or 5 inches, somewhere in that area. This one I've got in the color Loon. Is that nice?
Yeah.
Pretty cool, huh?
And
all this bait really is.
Daddy, big one.
That's a big one?
Yeah.
Yeah. All this bait really is a buzz bait that floats. And that's the downside of a regular buzz bait. You really, once you cast it out there, you got to be cranking and ready to get that baby up on top. And you got to keep a constant speed to keep it there. With this guy, you can cast it out there. You can work it fast. Let it sit next to a piece of cover, lily pads, some reeds, whatever it may be. You can let it sit there.
Daddy.
And then start working it again and getting that plopping, and this tail starts kicking. Huh? This tail starts kicking, and just throwing water around it just attracts them fish. But this is the, like I said, the 130 I said? Yep, size 130 size, about 5 inches. I'm looking forward to throwing this. And for me, I actually got 3 of these different lures just to give them a try. So there's Whopper Plopper number 1. There you go. Get another one of them ones, buddy. Whopper Plopper number 2. This is actually the 90 series. And this one I actually went with, they've got a the tail rattle. You can hear that rattle in that one. they've got a tail rattle version like that, and a silent version. In this one I went with the silent version, a smaller version. More of a finesse version, really, what it comes down to. It's quiet, it's going to have the thump of the tail still, as a standard buzzbait, but it just doesn't have that rattle. So, a little more, I guess, not necessarily finesse, but just a little different presentation, a little smaller. If I'm really having trouble getting bites on this, I can maybe downsize this and go to a little quieter bait on this one. And this one is in the, I believe it is bluegill color. So there you go, there's your bluegill color. And that is the 90 size with no rattle, so you hear that? Nada. Oh, and my hook just got me. Hooks feel nice and sharp. But same thing, another whopper plopper, just a little smaller size. And this one actually retails, the big one retails around $17. These ones I believe were $12 to $13. And then the biggest one, the 190, is right around $20. So they're not cheap, that's for sure. Get it out of there, huh, bud? Jeez. Alright, our next one is another whopper plopper. Big thing what I did here is I wanted a dark solid color, which I got just the black, the loon color here. And this one I believe is called, this one's called Monkey Butt. Interesting name. But what it is, it's got a little bit of shad coloring to it, and then it's got that clear bottom. So that's something when you're doing topwater and different baits like that, you kind of just a good variety of color. You want a good solid black color, and then something that's a little more clear, like this one here. And then again like this got the rattles in it. But another same thing, another whopper plopper, a little different color, different technique, but different colors. Maybe just get the bites on days that they're not going for the solid color. There you go. What we got next, bud? Alright, grab me all them packages, please. And here we are. I'm getting ready for my trip on early April. One more of them. Grab it. Can you reach it? Good job. Alright, leave those there for right now. We'll get those next. These I've come to really like down in Florida. If you go down there, you'll hear about these quite a bit. This is the Gambler, the Big Easy. And with this, just a somewhat plastic jointed swim bait. This color is the Lunker Candy. It's got a little bit of green, like peanut butter, jelly type colors in there for glitter. They got a decent, like a good garlic scent to them. There you go. Nice little paddle tail on there. But when I'm throwing this, generally I'm throwing it on probably when I'm down there a good 50-pound braid, weighted swim bait hook, and the weight of it all depends on where I'm throwing and what I'm doing. If I want to be running over the top of some submerged vegetation, I'm going to go a little bit lighter on my weight and run it over the top. If I'm fishing a little deeper, Florida, I mean, you're not fishing too terribly deep, but then step up your weight so it gets down there. It all really depends on what you're throwing it at. And sometimes I go a little bit lighter if I'm just throwing it way up into the to like the kiss me grass or the different stuff down there. I'll still with a light weighted hook just to keep it facing upright like this. If you go weightless, sometimes it'll flip and roll over on you. You won't get the action you're looking for. So when I'm throwing this, I'm always throwing in a little bit of weight just to keep that belly down for me, and swim that baby through. And these retail, I believe it was $3 to $4 range for a package of them. That's the Lunker Candy, like a green pumpkin, a little silver belly it looks like. We've got the Copperfield, which is similar to the Lunker Candy. Nice solid white belly, little green top. This is almost like in different companies, maybe like a baby bass color you might call it. Something similar to that. Different color glitter through it. Some reds, some yellows, a little bit of like a copper type color in there. And the last color we have here is Tennessee Retriever, it says. There we go. That's that color. With this one, I've got almost like a greenish blue top with a clear bottom. I've got some green type glitter, some silver type glitter colors in there. So just another option to throw out there when I'm there. But like I said, I love these baits down there. I've caught some pretty nice bass down there, 5-6 pounders consistently on these things. They're good quality, they hold up. You normally get a couple fish on each lure. It also depends on how you're nose rigging this. If you got one of the screw locks, that'll tend to, when them screw locks pull out, they tend to take the plastic with it. So with that, you tend to lose that whole front end, so you might catch a little less on them screw lock type baits. What I like to do is I use just the pin style. I pin it in there, a little bit of super glue, and that'll hold it on there pretty good. And the nice thing about that is when it rips out, it doesn't tend to rip the entire plastic out with it. That's what I do. Not necessarily the best way, who knows, but that's what I like. So one last thing in there. Alright. Toss that box out of here. Toss it on the floor. We don't need it no more. Well, man, you're being careful, huh? You throw stuff all over the place, but I ask you to throw it on the floor, you gotta set it down there. Silly kids, I tell you. Alright, last thing we got, just some Gamma. Oh, the old Gamakatsu. Just offset shank round bends. Just worm hooks. This is gonna be my first time trying to use this style of hook. I've generally always used the offset wide gap, and the more and more I do some research, the more I'm seeing people using these. So I'm going to go throw them and see what I got. I got a package of 3/0 and a package of 5/0. Just all that depends on the size of the worm I'm throwing and where I'm throwing it to. Down in Florida, planning on big fish, I'll probably be throwing the 5/0 more than anything. Just because I'm going to be throwing it into heavy cover, and I can expect a lot bigger fish down there than I can expect up here in Upper Michigan. That's just the sad truth. We've got some big fish up here, but they sure are not nearly as plenty as they can be down in Florida. So I'll probably be sticking to the 5/0. There's 5 in each one of these packages, and these were $3 to $4 a package. So I'll be trying these for the first time. We'll see what we get. Other than that, we'll be looking forward to getting down and starting some fishing down in April down in Florida. Alright, well, that is our tackle box unboxing. All this gear for under $100, so that was a good day for me.
Daddy,
and the best part, it was from a...
Daddy.
Yeah. The best part for me is it was from a Christmas gift card. Thanks for watching, guys. And look for further action of some of this stuff on the water, and hopefully some reviews of what I thought about some of the Whopper Ploppers and how this Bassmafia box is holding up for me. Those will come in the future. With that said, tight lines out there, and thanks for watching. Tell them thanks for watching. Tell them thank you for watching. Thank you. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Good job. High five. You ready to go fishing?
Yeah.
Yeah.